All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the 15th week in a row, we are the #1 podcast in the world. I don't know if you guys know that, but we are.
Woo!
Okay. And today is Thanksgiving, so if you're listening to us today, thank you for putting your family aside
and giving us a few minutes.
Because we are. Correct me if I am
Wrong.
Dang, y'all are good. I thought I was gonna get you off guard there.
We're ready.
So since it's the holidays, everyone normally goes around and says everything they're thankful for. I thought we switch it up, kind of say memories that we're thankful for. So I'll start during Thanksgiving. They always bring out the pecan, the pumpkin pie, right? And every time I'm eating some, the crust always reminds me of my grandpa, right? Because he takes a lot of pride in like making his own crust every year. And so when you're actually eating it at Thanksgiving, if you don't like finish the crust, like, hey, why are you not eating that pie crust over here? So every time, like just a couple months ago, we were at 7-Eleven and we went to go get, like, I don't know what we went to go get, but I got pie, right? Pecan pie, because that's the best place to eat pecan pie is from a 7-Eleven.
Very questionable choice.
It was not that good, to be honest. But anyways, I go home and I leave the crust, and every time I eat it, every time I see pie crust, it reminds me of Grandpa. So that's my memory there. Oh, that sounds like they had something to say.
I used to have a pecan tree outside of my window. And we always like go and pick them and then make a homemade one.
Yeah, my grandma has pecan trees outside her house too.
We have pecan trees outside our house too.
Oh.
Are we all connected by a pecan tree?
Devin?
What?
Devin?
No.
Oh.
All right, this is Correct Me If I'm Wrong with Mesa, Patrick, and Naomi.
Bye, guys. I gotta go plant a pecan tree.
Tacos in 10 years.
Ooh, 10 years.
So mine is just whenever I hear happy birthday sung in Spanish, my grandma always used to call us on our birthday and sing happy birthday to us. So every time I hear it anywhere, it always gets me emotional. But I'm always like, don't cry, because it reminds me of her. And sometimes my cousin, they have it recorded, so they'll call or they'll play it and it just gets you. So that's what she used to do. So that reminds me of her every time I hear it anywhere. And then just cars. When I see cars, toy cars, they remind me of Abram and Damien. Well, I have 2 boys, so they always make me play with their boy toys. So anytime I see boy car toys, like that video whenever you're all woo woo.
Yeah, when we filmed it for the movie.
Yeah.
Devin had to play with toy cars. He did such a good job.
Made it.
Yeah.
He was like, miles on the race.
Ooh,
Something.
miles on the chase. Woo! Woo!
Yeah, it reminds me of them.
I know. Miles from the Store coming out soon.
Yep.
Oh,
Shameless
maybe
plug.
someday soon.
Oh,
It's
coming out
only
soon.
been like 4 years in the making.
Someday soon.
We have a movie, by the way, guys. It's going to come out. It's going to blow everyone away. Miles from the Storm, the greatest movie. It's going to be up for Oscars, awards, Grammys, Nobel Peace Prizes, literally everything.
At least like the
Wow.
beginning of it, I love it.
Oh, yeah, because she's in
Because
the
she's
beginning.
Still in production.
So I have another one. So every time somebody says like bananas, okay, that reminds me of my cousin. So when we were in Hawaii, I went to go surf, and the person who was teaching us was like a native Hawaiian, right? And he was this big old dude with a long hair, right? And he took us way out in the ocean, right? And like I'm trying to surf and I can't really get the hang of it, so I'd fall and I would like punch the water, like, gosh darn it, right? And then the Hawaiian guy looks at me, he's like, "Hey, banana, you have to love what you're doing in life, and the rest will come naturally. So get out there and do it again, you banana." So now that whole trip, me and my cousin kept calling each other banana. So when we see each other today, we're like, "Hey, banana." So like every time someone says the word, that's like literally the voice that pops in my head. So yeah,
That impression reminds me more of Cheech and Chong than a Hawaiian guy.
Banana.
He's like, "Hey, banana." I remember him sitting in like the ocean on his surfboard, right? While everyone's doing, he goes, "We got the best view in the house, banana." Yeah, he was like such a happy dude.
Speaking of pie, a lot of people. Because my bad. When you were talking about the
20
pecan,
minutes ago.
Well, when you were talking about the pecan pie,
Right.
obviously everyone on this table knows, and out in the world, you're about to know I'm a very picky eater. I am a picky eater.
Yes.
You can go
Very
into
much
it
so.
later. I'm a picky eater.
Do you want
So-
salad?
No,
Do you want mustard?
no.
Your turn.
Oh, I don't know.
You can just take a guess.
I wasn't ready.
Okay.
Do you hate ranch or something, right?
Yes.
Yes, he eats ranch. Like, two of the greatest things on this planet. I'm kidding.
So I didn't eat a lot of pie back when I was younger, but when we had a family reunion in Dallas, and it was his first time meeting one of my aunts, and she was really nice, and she brought sweet potato pie. It's like, I don't know. My mom was like, Devin, try it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. And I ate it, and it was delicious. So from now on, every time I see a sweet potato pie, I think of my aunt in that moment. It was pretty cool. It's one of my favorite pies.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Another one is when I
Another one. Thanks.
Another
We're gonna have to
one.
buy that. Thank you.
Nice.
at a certain moment in time. I'm just kidding. Whenever I hear Black Angus, right? The meat. They've heard this story before, guys. my sister has trouble, talking, saying words. She mispronounced a lot.
I wish
like
she was
me.
here so she can like stick up for herself.
First of all, let's explain that. It's not that she has trouble talking. She's a
So-
regular human being.
I mean,
Thank
she
you.
does.
Yes.
So the first time I heard that and he said that, I was like,
Because-
wait, what?
Okay,
She has
yes.
trouble talking?
Because here's like she has.
She mixes up words. It's not that
Okay.
she physically has trouble talking.
Okay, she
Yes.
mixes up words. Okay, that's
Okay.
a better way of saying it. Because I remember, guys, one time she was looking at a pizza box that says Spider-Man. She kept saying Superman. And it was like, really? Jimmy, what did it say? Superman.
Close enough.
Okay. Anyway, she was ordering food from McAllister's, and she was, my granny wanted a Black Angus sandwich. And before she said anything, she was like, Devin, it's Black Angus, right? Right, Devin? It's like, yes, just order the food. She took a second, and then she's like, Devin, Black Angus, right? I said, yes, Jamie, order the food. It's Black Angus. Hurry up, I'm hungry, it's getting late. So she orders the food. The lady's on the phone. She said, hi, this is McAllister's. How may I help you? And she says, yes, can I get a black anus? And the lady started busting up laughing. And my sister's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so like, it's okay. You literally made my day. And I could not stop laughing because it's like, Jamie, you just didn't say anus. You said a black anus. You were just like, that's what you wanted, girl. That's what you wanted.
That's
So
super funny.
anytime I hear like a black Angus, I just think of Jamie.
Everything about that story is gold. And that's funny because that reminds me of a story of my little brother. So we were real young, very, very young. I don't remember exactly how old, but we're in the McDonald's drive-thru, and of course, my mom's having trouble with getting orders because we're being ridiculous with our food. And she's like, Jeremy, what do you want to eat? And, he wants his chicken nuggets, and she's like, what do you want to drink? And he's like, I want a Hick. And my mom turns over to the speaker. Is like, yeah, I need a large Hick. And the lady's like, what is that? And she's like, it's right there on the screen. I can see it. And she's like, ma'am, I think you mean a high C. And I could not stop laughing. I remember that for forever. My mom brings it up too. She's like, your brother had me order a Hick at McDonald's. So that's what it makes me think of when you're talking about your sister not being great with words. And also my grandma's house. So the holidays are coming around, obviously. And whenever we get together at my grandma's house, I always remember my family used to do family reunions. So we didn't just do regular family reunions. We had a talent competition. Yeah, and it was very embarrassing because essentially what would happen is every group of parents would get together and have their children do
That's
like
dope.
dance, dance and song numbers. Okay,
Aw.
so there
That's the
are
greatest
videos
thing.
out there somewhere that are hidden away forever of us doing for example, there was a Tim McGraw song and me and my brother and sister sang it in like a full plaid shirt with a black cowboy hat and shades and stuff. My sister and some of my girl cousins did Britney Spears. I can't remember what song it was, but they did the whole feather thing around their neck and heels and stuff, and they did little dance numbers. Super embarrassing, but that's when I get together with my family. That's some of the things I remember, and they would record them, and everyone had their own little sets and stuff, and it's super embarrassing. Yeah, that's what it makes me think of.
That's the greatest thing ever. I can just picture you. Baby, lock the door. Turn the lights down low.
Everything you're
comes
picturing?
out.
Yes.
on
Belt,
his belt.
boots, Wranglers, like, yes.
I can picture him too, looking at someone in the crowd and like,
You all
Those are my cousins.
So you're sipping your hat. You're like, ma'am.
"Ma'am,
Gotta
give
get
me
a,
some more pie."
and an orange hick.
That's hilarious. Yes. As embarrassing as you're picturing, everything you're saying, it's just as bad, if not worse.
That's so funny. For Thanksgiving, I go back home, right? I'm home right now. Get that? Because it's Thanksgiving right now. I'm kidding. Just kidding. But anyways, so for Thanksgiving, I go back home, and it always reminds me, and it's always funny, right? And it's something that I think I'll remember forever, is that for as long as I can remember, like a couple days ago, no, I'm just kidding. As long as I can remember, it'd be late at night, and I would go to my mom's room and be like at her foot of her bed, and we would just talk and joke and talk about the day, and we'd be laughing, and it'd be late, it'd be like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and my dad's trying to sleep, so he wakes up in like 5 hours, so he'd be like, shh, quit it, and so we'd be like,
I'd be mad too.
and so that like evolved as I like, got older, because I got a job. And then still, I'd come home, shower, and I'd go for 20, 30 minutes, and I would just talk to my mom. So even today, when I go home, it'll be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'll like be creeping in, trying to make no noise. I'll see my mom's awake, because she stays up late, and she'd be watching like scary movies. She always watches like scary shows or crime, like 2 o'clock in the morning, and all you hear is shh. And it's
That's
like
terrifying.
like ghost stories. But anyways, and I'll walk in there, I'll just talk, and we'll just laugh and laugh. And my dad, shh, quit it. It was so funny. So, yeah. I'm sorry for my dad's lack of sleep over the years. It's pretty much been my fault.
That's funny.
Y'all just solving the mysteries together. Just like, oh, I think he did it. So, no, I think he did it. Your dad's like, be quiet. They did it. Both of them did it.
So,
We do Thanksgiving in the morning at my my mom's parents, and then Thanksgiving at my dad's parents at night, and we like to play poker. So there, we steal grandma's money, essentially. Yeah, exactly. Granted, it's like quarters, nickels, and dimes, but hey, man, that adds up. You know what I mean? And you're like, "What's up, Grandma Marlene?"
She's like,
Give me more cookies.
Yeah, so that's fun. We have a blast with that.
so Devin, did you want to ask us what our favorite meal at Thanksgiving is?
Do you want me to start with me? Well, okay, Patrick, what's your favorite? What's your
I
favorite dish?
guess you didn't get that joke, huh?
I got the joke, but what's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish at Thanksgiving is stuffing. I love stuffing.
That's the only thing? Just stuff.
That's it? That's all you like, Patrick?
all?
That is my favorite meal, Devin.
What
My
else?
favorite food is stovetop stuffing.
Okay, I guess we'll.
No one else is going to get that joke.
That's why it's so funny. It stays with us.
What is your favorite dish, Naomi?
Mine's stuffing too.
Copycat.
Copycat.
Lame. You like your own stovetop stuffing? You like anyone else's?
I like to make my own one. I put chicken in it, and I make like the cornbread, and I mix it in with the stove topping. And why are you looking at me that way?
You need the signal. The signal is dab. No, my nose itched. It was no secret signal. My
She's
nose
all
literally
like,
just
what's wrong
itched.
with my nose?
My nose was itching and I was scratching it. I was trying to be secretive about it. But thank you.
But you're going like this, like.
Because I couldn't get the full itch. I didn't want to like.
I was
itch
like,
really
what are you
Sorry.
signaling me? Okay.
So
Make
next week,
sense.
Tell us about your stuffing.
Next week, if y'all want to tune in to Naomi starting her own cooking show on YouTube, it's down below. I'm just kidding.
I'm waiting for the rest of your stuffing.
So
here.
I like to put chicken in it. I shred it, and then I use the stove topping, but I also put my own cornbread in it, and then I put corn, peas, and then celery, like tiny, everything really tiny.
Yeah, my mom
And
does
it's
that too.
really good. I want.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to make my own stuffing. Yeah, and take it.
So doesn't stuffing usually go on the turkey?
I would
I
do
don't-
Like
go
two.
on the
You
turkey?
can
Well, like,
put
don't
it
you-
inside of it.
And you cook it.
I've heard
Really?
people
Yeah,
putting
it
it
gives
inside
it
the
the
turkey.
flavors,
Oh my
but
goodness.
you can make
Mom,
it.
I'm so glad you don't do that.
I would do that, but I would make two of them. So
Yeah.
that's just for like flavor.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
'Cause-
That's crazy.
A lot of people do it. My mom doesn't do that. She makes dressing. I don't know if it's stuffing, but she makes dressing. But I've heard people. That's why it's called stuffing because it's
Yeah.
stuffed in the turkey. And that's when you
crazy.
cook it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew
That's
this,
why when you seemed surprised, I was like,
Who knew that this was an educational channel?
we do a little bit of everything here. You know what I mean?
I got you. All right. So, Mesa Lou, what is your favorite dish?
I'm glad you asked. I forgot the question.
You're like, "Ruh-roh."
You looked at me and I was like, oh my gosh, what was the question? So my favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving is pumpkin pie.
You lucky. Dude.
I know.
I thought that was Halloween. Pumpkin.
What?
Yeah.
Love pumpkin pie. Yeah. I can eat an entire pie basically.
Jeez.
My grandma already texted me. She's got one waiting for me already, so I'm stoked.
I never received that text message. From your grandma, so.
Oh well, it was a group message. She just forgot to add you.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
There might be
Wait.
banana pudding too.
Is Antonio in there?
No,
He's
of course
in the
not.
group.
Of course not. There's not a family group message.
I love
Sorry,
banana.
Antonio.
If you're listening.
If you're listening, which I doubt you are,
Yeah,
but
you don't want to be on the show.
yeah.
I think my favorite. Oh, this is Devin, by the way.
He's like, hey.
Hey.
My favorite is him.
Him?
Him?
Him.
Oh, is that Devin or?
Who was that?
Words.
One more time.
Him.
Why isn't our intro something like, correct me if I'm wrong?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry. Okay, yeah, but I like him. Him
You
is,
like him?
Ham.
What's
Ham.
Oh,
Oh,
ham.
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 Like that goes ham.
Yeah.
That goes ham. I like ham.
What's your least favorite thing at Thanksgiving to eat? Because you're picky, so like, if
My
there's one thing
least-
you're absolutely get away from me.
Dressing. I don't eat the dressing.
What?
No, my least favorite
favorite,
one
my
is
favorite.
dressing. I like whenever I wake up and they're cook. My mom and my granny and sister are cooking, and I go, see if they need help with anything. I see them. They make cornbread, right? They're making cornbread. It's like, oh yes, cornbread. And then like an hour later, the cornbread's gone. They made the dressing. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh, so your dressing is the stuffing.
I guess. I mean,
Oh,
they
so
call it
that's
dressing.
So that's your least favorite is the stuffing essentially.
Well, they don't call it stuffing. They call it dressing.
Well, you need to teach your parents to call it the right thing. I'm just kidding. Hello.
You about to get in trouble.
I'm just kidding.
She's gonna be texting you on Thanksgiving. But yeah, but that's my least favorite thing. But what about yours? What's your least favorite?
Oh, the green beans. I'm just kidding.
I was like,
I don't
what?
know.
Green beans are dope.
It's so weird because like I don't know because like obviously if I'm at Thanksgiving I don't I'm not looking for my least favorite.
I got you.
So I don't know. I asked you because you're the picky one out of
I
us.
know,
So
I know.
Yeah.
I figured you had a go-to thing that you don't
Like,
like.
you just, like,
rather
absolutely
than
were
me.
like,
I don't
no.
really know because I guess I just skip over it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like yeah, but yeah. So.
We usually have greens. That's one of my favorite things. My favorite side dish is macaroni and cheese and greens, but I would just say I could eat greens. Greens are my favorite side dish.